any relationship you have, partnership, friendships, and overall your relationship with the public audience will be tested under this full moon. So please be ready. We have so many planets in Aries and just one moon in Libra. So you will definitely will be feeling this conflict between who am I as an individual and what is my role on the opposite side with people around me and how we kind of like share those responsibilities. So because it is opposition between sun and moon, there will be kind of also questions: do I do what's right and what's good for everyone, or do I do things how I think I want them to be present and how I want to manifest them, right? Like it's like I want, and this is like my opinion, or but this what seems kind of comfortable for everyone, and there will be kind of like this tension between that. So we're gonna see what is the energy under this full moon that's happening for you. This is for your sun sign, and let's get to the reading. One thing I want to say: every single transit that is happening on the sky, whether it's Venus in your whatever house or like Mars or full moon, it's all playing out based on your capacity and your frequency. Meaning, if you really like striving for the best and you're doing your best to be the best version of yourself, it's probably going to bring positive endings to situations, or just overall take away something that's like don't have to be there. If you keeping yourself in this like a low frequency vibe, then this full moon is probably will take away something that makes you feel safe, because it will show you that, hey, this is actually not the way to do things. So everything is really playing out based on your frequency, including all the Jupiter Venus transits. Like it's really good. It's really good thing to have. It's really good thing to experience, but it's really up to you and up to your frequency how exactly you're experiencing them. So if you want to actually see what exactly is stopping you from being this like a most high vibrational self, I do have few spots left for birth chart readings. It's one of a kind of reading where I'm not just telling you, oh my god, like you're such a like cute little playful flirty person. No, like I'm actually showing you what are the shadow work you need to do in order to overcome your demons and patterns that were set to you from your parents and from your generational lineage overall. I actually never seen like people do that, because I kind of come from a different school of astrology. But yeah, this is why my readings are so accurate now. Clock dot. Pisces, let's see how your life will change after this full moon. What is the energy that's happening? What are you letting go? What type of partnerships is really, coming up to the surface? What is the energy, Pisces? Oh, Pisces, it's actually a conflict between, are you waiting for better times, or are you willing to make mistakes just because there is no better times? It's kind of like you do understand that there will be kind of like a better opportunities, and you do understand that, like, everything happens for a reason at the appropriate time. But at the same time, there is the second strategy that is happening where you just going for things, and it might actually cause you a little bit more damage. It might actually cause you a little bit more, I don't know, energy that you are spending doing things. But it's kind of puts you in a question: what approach are you taking? What approach are you taking? And I feel like with this Aries overflown Aries energy overall, this is something that you really need to like consider doing, kind of like going for things, and you know even if you're getting all the bruises on your body from pushing too hard, I think it could be the situations where you could see yourself prosper, the situation where you could see yourself kind of break the matrix. I was thinking earlier today about this concept of like, how do you jump realities, how do you kind of like confuse the matrix that we live in? Do something crazy, do something that you never do. It's like you laying in bed, do a hip thrust, do a bridge, like put your legs up the wall, like do something. As a kids, like we would do something like such a random things. Do you remember that? We would just it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense. But because matrix, like year after year, and like the world we live in kind of like sets those little settings into you, it sends little ideas into you. You kind of like, well, I'm not supposed to, I don't know, do like 360 in the bed. Not that like you have to do 360, but I'm just saying like there are some sort of like a weird things that you can do sometimes just to confuse the matrix. And I feel like this is what exactly you need to do. You need to confuse the matrix. You need to confuse the egregor that's have been planting all those like little seeds and all this little ideas to keep you waiting, because by the end of the day, I don't think waiting is a good strategy for you right now. I don't think just like watching how time passes by is, and like slipping through your fingers, it's not something that would bring you hope and initiatives and changes in your life. And we you know we're just like going through a lot. We're just going through a lot. And by that, I mean, it might be also a good time to try new strategies because it's a new world, a new strategy, new me, new year, whatever you want to say. It's the time to do something differently. Aries, let's see how this full moon will affect you. It will affect you big time. I'm just telling you, it's going to be something really major. It's going to be something so, you know, even unpredictable. Oh, listen, we have kind of, it's interesting because we have kind of this battle happening with you, Aries, where there's one desire to be the best. There is one desire to, I'm going to do things like my own way. And if I have to actually sacrifice someone else's dream, if I have to sacrifice someone else's, hopes at the expense of like my own desire, like as long as it's happening to me. And the other part is actually, oh, let's make sure like things are equal for everyone, right? Like it's, and this is the thing about like the full moon. It's never obvious. It's never so obvious, especially like right now when we have so many placements in Aries. You probably feel big time how it's just like you feel the shift, you feel the energy, you feel the kind of like the fire under your ass. But at the same time, the full moon here, right? Like the moon in Libra is kind of telling you, but how about we slow down and kind of consider other people's opinion? So this is, so to say, like there is a opportunity for you to reflect what path you are choosing, because it seems like will be like under this full moon, you will be making some sort of like a major breakthrough and major progress when it comes to your work, when it comes to your job. Maybe it's something that has to do with your resources, including money, including health, including hours that you literally put into some sort of practice of yours that you do. Like you're about to lock in, you're about to lock in and step into this like unstoppable train, um but the thing is, you can do it two different ways. Again, you can be a little bit selfish, you can be a little bit, shady, you can be a little bit just like going after your own interests, which I feel like normally for Aries, it would do well. And the other thing is this Libra energy that completely wants to make sure everybody feels safe, everybody feels balanced, everybody feels, pretty much at home, safe, satisfied, and equal, right? Whatever way you choose, I just say like don't get corrupted by some sort of mm, too like low frequency ideas, right? Like even if you are fighting someone, make sure that this fight is really equal. Make sure you not just like bringing people down, but it's a fair competition. You know what I'm saying? That would work out for you in the best way under this full moon for sure. Taurus, let's see how your life will change after this full moon. Something you're letting go, something that needs you to be fierce, something that needs you to be completely open. What is the energy there? What is the energy there? What is the energy there? So Taurus, it's something that you actually like working towards for. It's something that where you're developing some sort of skill. Maybe you're applying for jobs. Maybe you overall like putting a lot of effort into building some sort of like something. You building something, right? Like you practicing, you taking piano classes, you playing chess. I don't know. You going to the gym. There is some sort of progress that is happening right now, and this is your moment where you can 100% commit to something and 100% commit to your success. Under this full moon, you could experience this some sort of feeling of I hit the milestone. I hit the checkpoint where I can actually like in a video game, you're saving yourself and you're saving all the progress that you've made. However, it can come through some sort of challenge, right? Like let's just say like you one step away from this like a checkpoint. You one step. It's not necessarily the finish line. It's not necessarily the finish line. It's not necessarily like the end. It's not necessarily like the big closure. It's just some sort of milestone that will make you feel very confident. That will make you feel very very much like I know what I'm doing. I'm like on a right path. I'm on a right track, baby. But it can show up and manifest as some sort of challenge that will kind of tell you, hey, are you committing to what you want to do? Are you committing to something that you said 3 months ago? Because this quarter has already over. This quarter is over. This is like it's been 3 months. It's been 3 months of 2026. Just a reminder. So whatever you said on December 31st, whatever you said on January 1st, whatever you said in your manifestations, on your year resolutions, are you keep committing to something? Are you keep pushing those ideas? Are you keep pushing those goals? Or is just another loop of, oh, I guess it's not working out. I guess it's not something. Because here's the thing, it seems like everything will be supporting you under this full moon. Everything will be supporting you, and you should, and if you have to gaslight yourself, do it, but you should totally look at those challenges, obstacles, or some sort of things that you need to overcome as a way of the universe supporting you in your intentions of achieving something and growing up. I think it has to do something with like making money through a craft, making money through things that you love, making some sort of resources out of the things that you love. So think in that area. Geminis, let's see how your life will change after this full moon. Something that you need to see, be excited for, be prepared for. What is the energy that will be there for you under this full moon? Let's see, Geminis. Damn. Geminis, this is crazy message because you completely locking in and you completely taking advantage of every single opportunity that you have in your life to make it long lasting, to make it so satisfying, to make it to make yourself feel so abundant. But the thing is, it is coming through this like a big kind of moment of like, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is something that I like. I don't care what other people say. I don't care what universe says. I don't care. It's kind of this desire to just like go through any sort of obstacles without really caring. Like, I don't really care. What's mine is gonna happen. Like, this is the mindset that you will be looking into, and this is the mindset that you actually need right now. But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. Whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to really like get as the result of this full moon, it's going to be so satisfying. It's going to be so satisfying. And the thing about the Four of Wands shows like a long-term results, long-term resolution, long-term success, foundation that you really stand on very steady, and you just like receiving this very, it's kind of like a protection. It's kind of like your land where you stand on and like nobody can touch it. Nobody can, step a foot into that. And the Emperor, this is you. Oh, this is me. I am a Gemini. But you need to just like get over whatever holding you back. Whatever. It's not even about, like being consistent or motivation or discipline. It's just like at some point you just need to like be so mad and be so be so determined to achieve something that like you don't see any other options. This is the mindset that you need to embody under this full moon. So think about, again, they're also going to be a reading like based on your rising sign to really like align those situations on like what exactly is happening with you at this time. But you have to be so determined of like achieving something and making things work, because it's not really like, it's not really up to discussion whether you want to have it or not. Like whatever is happening here, you want it really bad. You really want to have this feeling of stability, safety, and overall being proud of yourself. So you just have to go for it in a very kind of like a manly manner where you just like take it and you're doing it and you're claiming it, and that's it. Cancer, this is a big time for you because all this full moon is happening in square to your sign because it's all on your axis. So we're gonna see what is the energy for you under this full moon. What is something that you need to know? What is the message says? What is the message for you, Cancers? Let's see. Damn. The good thing is something is coming into your life in a way of idea, in a way of some sort of knowledge, acquaintances, people that you meet, some sort of idea that you didn't see before, some new perspective that really gonna set you up on such a like a fast progress. Something in your life is about to move big time. Something is about to shift towards a progress, right? The thing is, Chariot is a Cancer card, and as much as it's about progress, first it's about, it's a cold water. It's not hot boiling water like like the Scorpio is. It's chill water. It's chill water. And thing about it is, not only first you have to align yourself to this like a perfect balance between spiritual and material, right? Because if there's no balance between spiritual and material, if there is no balance between giving and getting, if there is some sort of like a slight tilt happening, this Chariot will not go anywhere. This progress will not unfold anywhere. But the thing is, Once you kind of like get deeper into the emotions of this person, right, like into yourself too, this is when this cold water will not be like so shocking to you. And I'm just saying this all of it to kind of know that whatever will be happening there can shock you big time, can totally like be unpredictable, because something on this full moon will bring you like a big closure. Will, or even like it could be. And actually, no, I don't know. Like closure is a good word for this. I think it's just like eruption. Something is just like, and that's it, and that's it. So, um, long story short, something will shock you, but at the same time, it will give you kind of this kick to start going, to start getting where you need to be, and to start accomplishing things. So this is definitely the time, if you feel some sort of pain, if you feel some sort of exhaustion, if you feel some sort of like, I don't want to do this situation, this is your time to actually use this negative energy into your progress and into things that can make you move forward. Leos, let's see how this full moon will change your life. Something they need to know. See, be excited for, be prepared for. What is the energy of this full moon? What is happening with you, Leos? Gagged. Absolutely gagged. Leos, I just want you to be so open to whatever comes in your life in the next like 3 days. You need to be so open. You need to be so open minded. You need to be so kind of like accepting. And also, it's kind of like improv challenge. Universe is playing with you into improv challenge, and you need to be willing to say yes and yes, 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 and continue kind of like throwing this ball into the universe, and the universe is throwing it back, and you're throwing it to the universe again. It's not about, oh, let me hold it and like conserve my energy. It's definitely not about that. There will be some sort of very surprising, unexpected, sudden situation that will really surprise you, really surprise you. In a way, it can actually highlight some sort of situations that you don't really feel good about. It could highlight some people, it could highlight some like your own behavior where you will be like almost like a little bit disappointed. You'll be like, wow, like I really been doing all of that, and there is no reason. There is no reason for me to, I don't know, being stuck in the same situation that you were stuck in, trusting the same people you were trusting, finding those excuses that you've been finding like a long time ago, and you just like keep, I don't know, something that just like gaslights yourself, right? Like something that makes you feel a little bit devastated and disappointed, and you just like you're not feeling good about it. The thing is, as I said, the reason you need to be open-minded to all of it is just because it's one of a kind type of situations where you were not able to see this before, and this is like the way of universe to stepping in into your life and allowing you to exit the matrix, to exit the loop, exit, you know, like you exiting something, you kind of like finishing the game. You kind of like this Spy Kids when they like play this game in the second movie, I think, and they like, well, this is the final level, and this is the loophole, and this is the bag, and this is the back door, and this is how we can escape this game. Like is escaping some sort of game, you escaping some sort of it could be even like scenario that your, I don't know, like parents, family, your country, doesn't matter, set into you, into your mindset that kept you small, that kept you little, that kept you incapable, and you exiting that. But again, the reason why you will be disappointed is because once you exit that, or before you exit it, you will realize that like that's exactly what has been happening to you. That's exactly the system, that's exactly the energy that has been planted into you. So that's something that you need to accept and move on. Virgo, let's see how this full moon will change your life. Something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for. What is the overall energy here, and what can you expect? What can you expect, Virgo? Mm. Listen, Virgo, this is like, it seems like you're letting go a lot of your patterns. You're letting go of the old version of yourself. You're letting go of some sort of scenarios, of some sort of this like a big egregor energy that has been planted into you. And I would say this is like definitely the time when you need to not only embody yourself, but the hermit is Virgo. You're literally getting your own energy. What is your own energy? It's the ability to be analytical. It's the ability to, sometimes I say like, oh, Virgo, like, so, I don't know, what do they even say? Like, annoying? What are they saying? They're saying that, like, you paying too much attention to, like, little things. This is your time to not, I don't know, like, look around in a grocery store and be like, oh, well, this oranges are disorganized. No, it's your time to look into yourself and use all of your mental abilities into seeing the mess on the inside, because there is some sort of mess and there is some sort of, like, situation that does not makes you feel good. It doesn't make you feel good. And this is like a first step into getting into this very, chill, kind of like loving, romantic episode that you're about to get in. Because under this full moon, you're totally capable to step into something just like chill, something that will not necessarily surprise you, not necessarily like change your life 180 degrees, but it will just like feel good. And what you need to do is you need to do a clean up inside of yourself. You need to look in yourself. You need to, like, if you want to actually challenge yourself, if you want to challenge your soul and your frequency and really skyrocket your frequency, I can give you like, I can give you one practice. Okay, I'm gonna give you one practice. I would say if it's a full moon on the first, you can do it on the first. You can do it early, you can do it later. Set up a timer for 30 minutes, pick up a piece of paper, and for the next 30 minutes, you're just gonna write. You're just gonna write everything that you feel, everything that is on your mind. And the thing is, probably after like 5-10 minutes, you'll be like, I'm done. I think like I have nothing else to say. But here's what the thing is. The next 10 minutes will be so like revealing and healing and eye-opening to you that you will be surprised like how strong of this practice actually is, especially on a full moon. There will be a lot of tension, and that will be your way of like opening this portal to release this tension and release this, whatever has been like stagnant inside of you. So that would be like one of the things that you can literally like skyrocket and like shift realities. Libra, this is a big time for you. You're probably going to feel a lot of confusing thoughts and feelings, but this is okay because this is a full moon that's happening literally once a year, and we're not like including the years when it's happening twice. But the thing is, it's your kind of like time to put a big ending to something. This is your time to kind of let go of your old perceptions of who you are, what is happening there. It's about to really discovering something bigger, and it really is. First of all, there's a lot of this like a feminine energy that's happening with you under this full moon, and it's going to be all about like noticing things, noticing patterns, noticing what you actually connect to and don't connect to, and respond to and don't respond to, and resonate and don't resonate to, right? There will be some moments where you will just, I assume like sometimes full moons can be like really challenging and really kind of like just challenging emotionally, mentally, right? Like there's so many things going on. So what would be really cute if you'll find this like space in your head where you can stay completely silent, completely almost like passive. Like you don't need to take any actions, you don't need to change your life right now, you don't need to do anything. All you need to do is to notice those little things and see how exactly they being played out, because it could be even some sort of relationships that you don't necessarily enjoy, it could be people that you don't necessarily enjoy. But you don't need to like yell at them immediately. You don't need to immediately say, oh, like you such a fake person, like blah, 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 blah. All you really need to do is to kind of just, sit, watch, and notice things. Because the thing is, not that something gonna disappoint you, but some people gonna open completely new perspective there once you notice those things, once you start noticing those things, once you start really like paying attention to what is happening there, right? So what is important here is to, again, just stay still, notice things. And I feel like if you're really ready, you will make some sort of decision later. You will choose some sort of like a better ways to express yourself, or better ways to follow your heart and follow your dreams. But it's gonna come later. It's gonna come later after those like a big reveal moment. Scorpio, let's see how this full moon will change your life. Something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for. What is the energy for this full moon, Scorpios? Well, where do I start? Where do I start? How about you take a rest? How about you just like stop for a second? How about you just let things go? Because the thing is, I feel like you will need some sort of endurance after this full moon. You will need some sort of like energy to deal with things. You will need some sort of energy to create something almost from scratch. There is a big let go moment happening during this full moon. There is something that you not just letting go, but it's just like some sort of like a big part of you that used to be a big part of you and it's not anymore. And you might have been actually, I think you 100% know that there was something like about you that is not resonates on the same level that it used to. But at the same time, it feels like you're slacking a little bit on building this new version of yourself, or this like a new, you know, the something new. Because building something new, discovering something new, finding new ways of doing things, finding new things that bring you joy is really takes a lot of time, energy, um, initiative. It takes a lot of stuff. It takes a lot of it. And it seems like you've not been like putting the hours into that. Seems like you still kind of in the transition between, well, this little thing is not like really bringing me no joy anymore, but this thing I have not really put in the hours to figure out what it is. The thing is, whether you want it or not, you will have to lock in. You will have to lock in, and you will have to understand what is it that you enjoy. And the thing is, especially like if you're talking about like some sort of hobbies or like things that overall like inspire you, you can't always like be excited about things that you do, right? Like when we think about, I don't know, like um people who play sports, or you know, all this like people in competitive fields, there are moments where they just like they ready to quit, they don't want to do it, they don't feel like it's something that they need to do, because again it requires sometimes this like level of resilience and endurance that you will be working towards after this full moon. But I feel like for you, you definitely need to let go of something. You definitely need to be prepared to some sort of a major change and shift to happen under this full moon. Sagittarius, let's see how this full moon will change your life. Something that you need to know, see, be excited for, be prepared for. What is the energy for you, Sagittarius, under this full moon? Wow. Um, the thing is, something in your mind unlocks this kind of like unethical, not necessarily like unethical, but even just like a very down to earth version of yourself, because there is this like idea of like Sagittarius always like looking at the big picture. Sagittarius is always kind of like coming up with like the best plan ever. With this like, it's almost like you're trying to like conquer the world, and this is why you're looking so massively into the things. But under this full moon, it seems like something is really bringing a new perspective where you just like thinking, you know what? I'm taking one things at a time, and I'm doing them because I need some sort of results right now. You need something right now. You need some sort of progress right now. It could be, I don't know, maybe you need like $100 right now, right? Then you're gonna do you're not gonna care what exactly is happening after, because you're just focusing on, I need $100 like by tomorrow. What can I do? What can I do with it? Like what can I offer to make it happen? You know what I'm saying? This is the energy that you definitely embodying, and it seems like it will be some sort of new ideas, it will be some sort of new plan or overall new mindset that you will be embodying here, because there's a lot of mental energy, there's a lot of there's a lot going on with your mentality. And here's what I'm gonna say, like it will happen really fast. It will happen in a very much like, once this like switch will turn on, you will see like so many things around you sh- shift as well, right? But the thing is the thing is, because swords are like very much like a cold, like the coldest actually of all the four suits. You need to be cold as well. You need to be cold as well, because you might have this like a maximalist approach to it at first, that will again could mess things up a little bit. So even when you discover some sort of new ideas, new plans, new mindset about, again, like, just I need something today, like I need some sort of result today, right? this is when you kind of also need to be like, okay, I'm gonna make it happen, but I'm gonna be really cool about it. Capricorns, let's see how this full moon will change your life. It's going to be really big because it's happening in Aries and Libra, which is really squaring you directly. So especially if you have a lot of placements in Capricorn, you can feel a lot of tension under this full moon. So let's see exactly what is happening there. What is something that you need to know? What is the energy? Seems like you're opening up emotionally under this full moon, and I feel like it's the exact trade of Libra that is actually influencing you a lot. There is some sort of concept, and it could be actually a mental concept, not necessarily emotional, that I don't know, maybe you're reading a book, maybe you finishing some sort of study online course, maybe you overall just like talking to people and you discovering those new horizons, and you just like you almost like going back into the place where again like you were a little bit childish, or maybe you were not as an adult. And to me, always like, on a pop astrology kind of like level, to me, if you are a Capricorn, like I immediately assume that you had to grow up earlier than other people. You were not like a forever child. You were born to be like adult as youngest as possible. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like you're doing some sort of loop back into your childhood. You're doing some sort of loop back into your hometown, into the place where you grew up. Maybe you will be actually traveling to the place where you grew up, meeting your family again, talking about those things that you were going through as a child. And actually, it will be really productive conversation. It will be really productive for discovery of yourself. So I would also, like if it's not something that was on your table immediately, maybe that's something that you would want to do closer to the full moon, maybe something that you would want to, I don't know, like let go. Maybe you will gonna look at the pictures of yourself as a childhood, but there will be some sort of mental growth out of it. There will be something that will literally like help you shift your reality towards like a little more mature perspective from this, from this home family childhood situation. Aquarius, let's see how this full moon will change your life, something that you need to know and let go of because it is full moon by the end of the day. What is the energy there? What is very likely to happen? Let's see, Aquarius. So this, usually we say full moon is the time to let go. It's kind of like a peak situation, but it seems like once you get into this peak situation, you're actually discovering much, 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 much more to yourself and much more to your new opportunities that are coming into your life. The thing is, they can come through a mindset of I need to capitalize off something right now. It seems like after this full moon, you will almost like will not be tolerating something in your life anymore, and you will be it's kind of like, like even if you're like the most generous person on earth, even if you are like, I don't know, this like almost like impossible person who just like loves everyone, by the end of the day, if you have a piece of bread and you give out to like everybody else and you're hungry by yourself, it would be impossible for you to keep functioning like that, right? Like, so next time you receive this piece of bread, you're gonna be like, I don't care, like I need to eat right now first, like I need to have this piece of bread for myself. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like you are reaching this situation where you're just like not tolerating um so many, like even like some moral values, even like maybe your own values. Maybe you look at the world in general and you like, what am I waiting for? Like I just need to like start taking care of myself. I just need to get something done for myself. I need to really rebuild who I am, what I'm thinking, like what is what were like my principles even. And you might see in the beginning that it might be something that you're not necessarily would do as a before. You were not it's not something that you would do before when you were like different version of yourself, but now again you're just like kind of in this mindset like, I can't tolerate this people, I can't tolerate this job, I can't tolerate like certain situations, so I just have to do what I have to do, right? And that's it. And this is kind of like the mindset that you're going into, but again, it brings such a like big beginning, such a big accomplishment, such a big opportunity. So another thing I would suggest you is to make sure you're creating space for those opportunities to come, because again, it's good to, if you're especially getting rid of something or if you're finishing something under this full moon, it could be a sign of like this is the space for new opportunities to come into your life.